Hi everyone, it's Ashley. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. Guys, I am so excited for tonight's video. I know I say that every video, but I really am. I have quite a few new things this week, so let's just go ahead and jump into what I found. Okay, guys, so I guess it is officially that time. Halloween is upon us, and bring in, first of all, these two cute little rubber ducks. These were $1 a piece. And I have said in my videos before, I like to make my daughter occasion bins for different holidays. And these are two things that I like to pick up when they have them at the dollar spot. Just because then I can switch out the little rubber ducky she has now, just because they tend to get a little gross. Also, from the Target dollar spot, this was also $1. It is a little straw topper. Now, they had quite a few of these in a lot of different like Halloween themes. I don't remember all of them. I know there was like a bat, a ghost, just kind of your typical Halloween things. But I definitely had to go with this sweet little candy corn. It's purple and pink and white, and she is just so cute. I had to pick her up. So now just a couple more things for her little occasion bin. I found this little critter car, rolling car with LED light. This was $1 from the dollar spot, and it is just the cutest little pumpkin. Again, just cute little things to throw into her occasion bin. These are $1 a piece, so actually cheaper than the Dollar Tree. So if I find cute little things like this, I love to pick them up. From the Target dollar spot as well, I found this little light up wand. This was $3, but I just thought it was so sweet. I'm not exactly sure what my daughter's going to be for Halloween, but a 4-year-old little girl can never have enough princess wands. So I think we're going to add this one to our collection. Next, bringing in this little kids hooded blanket. It says this is 23 by 21. This was $5 from the Target dollar spot. And this one here is the unicorn. Now, I did go ahead and open this because we are going to craft with it tonight, but it's essentially just like a little kid snuggie. So it just opens at the bottom and they just get into it. It has a little hood. I want to go ahead and, like I said, craft with this tonight and let my daughter use it whenever she likes. You guys, I have to tell you, this is like the first thing I saw when I stumbled upon the Halloween things. And I was so happy to see the little candy corn in the trick or treat bag. So this just simply says fabric bag. These were $3 a piece. Now, I did pick this one up here for my daughter. I like to use these for her little trick or treating bag. And this one, it just definitely fits our style. However, I know those of you with little boys or grandsons, you guys don't get to see a lot of like boy crafts or things that are like geared towards boys. So I also saw this one here. So I decided to go ahead and pick it up just to show you guys the two options that I found in my store. Now, a really nice feature of this one is it looks like the little moon and stars are glow in the dark, which is absolutely adorable. The other one does not have any features like that. And then, secondly, the little ghost here on the front is transparent, which I think is just the sweetest little touch. You could DIY this in so many different ways, or it's simply cute just like this, and then you kind of see it fill with candy. And like I said, I just think it's a super sweet touch. So I went ahead and picked this one up as well. I definitely think this one could be just as cute for a little girl, but I wanted to show you the two options I found. Bringing in my last two Halloween items, I found this 2 count of dish towels. and it says, "Welcome to our haunted home." And I think that this is so, so pretty. I probably would not do anything to this. I love it exactly how it is. The second print in the duo is this little checkered print, and it does have like the raised details here, like a little embroidery detail. So I might DIY that one, but I love this little 2-pack of dish towels. And then last but not least, this was $3. Now this just says decor sign, and I just thought this would be cute to DIY maybe. Okay, so last but not least, the last set of things I picked up from Target was I found in the party supply section, they had this little collection of like a theme for parties, right? So every piece on my craft desk right now was $1.25, which is the same price as Dollar Tree. I thought was like a really nice touch. I think that it's nice that it's comparable to Dollar Tree. And you guys, I just instantly fell in love with the colors and kind of overall feeling of this collection. Look how sweet these little napkins are. And then probably the thing I'm most excited about is this little garland. So it has 10 individual flags on it, and they're just in the same colorway and kind of little ribbon detail there. So I did go ahead and pick up all of these items because my daughter's birthday is in December. And every year it gets close to her birthday, and I find it very hard to kind of find anything that's not Christmas themed. So I decided that I was going to try to like find things for her birthday in spring or summer so that way I could bring them into December. Like this birthday will be her fifth birthday, and so far I have not done anything Christmas or winter related yet, which so far is kind of my goal until she can pick her own theme or is interested in picking her own theme. I am going to try to keep them separate. So for $1.25 a piece, I thought that this was a great little collection as a kind of starter point for a birthday theme. Okay, guys, so that's everything I hauled this week. I have to tell you, when I walked into Target and I saw Halloween stuff in the dollar spot, I was equally so excited, but also kind of like not prepared. I don't know. I was just not really mentally ready to see Halloween. I can absolutely not believe that we are even talking about Halloween yet. This year has absolutely gone so, so quickly. And I just, oh my goodness, it kind of starts to freak me out a little. But at the same time, the few things that I found at my local store were so cute, and I am honestly really kind of looking forward to a change of season and a change of weather. Now, although I live in Florida, I know I definitely do not get a change of season and weather like most of you probably do. I will take anything cooler than what we have right now. Okay, so bringing in my blank here, I believe you guys have only seen this one other time on my channel, and I want to say it was in a Christmas video last year. So this little blank here is also from the Target dollar spot. I got it either last year or the year before. Oh, actually, it says right here 2022. And it says one count wood tray pink. So I used it around Christmas time as a little tray on our entryway table. And that was great. It worked perfectly for that. You guys may or may not have seen in my last video, I am going to be finishing up a few crafts for my daughter's bedroom makeover. Okay, so I'm going to be finishing up just a few decor items for her bedroom. And one of the things I'm going to be doing is this little sign here. Now, I say sign because I'm going to be using this in her bedroom as a sign on the wall. However, like I said, this was originally a tray. So there is no hardware on the back for me to hang this. So I will either add a piece of ribbon and use a little bow, or I will use a command hook and hang it that way. Or honestly, I will probably do a combination of the two. Now, I will try to link the video where I made this over originally. If you guys do see that video, you will notice that this was originally like a natural wood color. I left the vinyl on after Christmas, so when I went to take it up for this project, it pulled up a lot of that faux wood kind of detail. So no problem. I just quickly went in and gave it a very light sand. And then I just gave it one rough coat of white chalk paint. And that is kind of the direction I'm going in her bedroom. A very kind of distressed white and pink gold type of decor. So no problem there. However, I will say I do try to, if it's like a piece I know I want to reuse, I do try to remove the vinyl when I take the piece down just for that reason. But no problem. I, for whatever reason, did not get around to it and it all worked out. So I am so excited to have this little piece for my daughter's room. If you have watched any of my videos, you probably are pretty familiar with the idea that I really like to reuse and repurpose all of the pieces that I buy, or most of the pieces. I will not say all because there are definitely some that I do not reuse. But in general, no matter what I pay for a piece, I really do try to get as much out of it as I can. Okay, so you guys let me know down below. How are you feeling about Halloween crafting? Are you guys already Halloween crafting? Are you ready for Halloween crafting? Is it a little too early? You guys let me know down in the comments. I think that I probably will start Halloween pretty soon. Okay, so here is my little design, and it says life is better in a tutu. Now, the design itself then has the little tutu in the middle, and I decided to cut this out of cardstock. And I'm going to then use a piece of cardstock from the paper pack that I've used within her room. So I'm either going to use that side or this side. And I think I like this side better. So with that being said, I think I'm going to take this off and I'm going to position this first, which I'm not sure if this is the best way to do this, but it was just kind of my initial thought because then the foam squares can hold my little background layers down, right? And it'll give me a nice sturdy foundation to then steady my pretty design on. So that was just my reasoning. Feel free to do this however you'd like. And in Design Space, like this was all just one layer, right? And I just decided to go in and contour the tutu out. And then that way I could cut it out of a different material. I did go ahead and use my favorite foam tape from Dollar Tree. And I went ahead and propped those background layers up on that foam tape just because I really wanted to get nice dimension within my piece. I think this just helps make your piece look so elevated and high end. I absolutely love, love, love the effect. And I will try to show you guys in just a moment. Let's go ahead and get our beautiful cardstock down here. I said in last video, I like to use cardstock that I don't particularly like for all of my background layers. And then just for that top layer, I will use the actual cardstock that I like, right? That way you're not wasting all of your pretty, beautiful, beautiful cardstock on layers that you won't see. So just a little tip there. Do not use your pretty cardstock for the background layers, okay? Okay, guys, and just like that, here is my little sign all done. I absolutely love the way this came out. You guys let me know down in the comments how you think it came out. And I mean, honestly, who can argue with the sentiment, right? All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, we are off to a great start. I am so happy with the way that first craft came out. I'm actually really, really looking forward to this one. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Now, bringing in my next blank, this is how this little frame came from Dollar Tree. It is just a little, I think like 5 by 5 frame. It is white and it has the natural bead wood hanger. I redo these literally probably every other video. I have them in multiple places within my home and they just make for such a beautiful, classic, easy to change frame. So the last time I used this frame in particular, this was the design that I had for it. So as you can see, the last time I used it was last Christmas. So this is not the one that is outside of her bedroom, but I am going to use this one inside of her bedroom now. And I just decided to cut out the sweetest little pair of ballet slippers. And if you guys watched my last video, we made the sweetest little like flag with the ballet slippers. And I appreciate any like non-word art I can get in. So I thought this was a great way to do that. Now, from trying to get my frames right 2, 3 different times before my last video, I had a lot of scrap pieces of paper from that paper pad. And because that paper pad was like more on the expensive side and the papers in it were just beautiful, I really try to use every piece of it that I can. With that being said, I had some 12-inch strips. Now, I want to say they were probably about an inch wide, but the strips themselves were not exactly all the same, but they were 12 inches long, right? So I just went ahead and cut all those strips down the middle. So that gave me 6-inch strips. And then I just found a little kind of pattern that I liked. And then I glued that down to the back of the cardstock that I used last time. So this was what was in my little frame from last Christmas. I simply turned it over and glued all of my little papers that I wanted to use for this project. So if you ever see these little frames like this at the Dollar Tree and you flip it over and it opens like a picture frame in the back, these are honestly one of the best things I ever bought from the Dollar Tree. I think they are just so classy looking and honestly, they're so simple to switch out. Literally one of my like favorite crafts to do. It takes just the littlest, bit of vinyl and I don't know, I just think they're so playful. I absolutely love to do them. Okay, so go ahead and bringing in that same piece of transfer tape. Now, because of the way I was doing the papers here, I knew that I wanted to do an offset layer on this. That way I could just really make sure that my design would pop and you were really able to make out what was on the frame. Okay, so since this is pretty close to the size of the frame, I'm not going to be able to do it in the frame itself, which I typically like to do. That way I can really get it as centered as I can, right? And just give myself the best chance of success. However, like I said, for this one, it's just a little too close. So no problem, because the offset layer was so large, it made it a little easier to center it without having to have it in the frame. Okay, guys, and here is how my little frame came out. I think that this is so sweet. And I don't know, just something about using those little strips of paper. I absolutely love using every little piece of something I can. So the fact that I made this from those scraps make it even that much more special. And I absolutely love the way it turned out. Okay, so the next couple crafts we're going to do really quickly are going to be a couple iron-on crafts. Now, I showed you guys this. I got this week. It's just a little hooded blanket, and it is in a little unicorn pattern. It has a little horn on the hood, and it's super sweet. So, with that being said, it is something I plan to gift to her this week and let her use. I think it's something that she will enjoy. And because I am who I am, right? And we are who we are, I'm just going to very quickly add her little name to her blanket. I found this really pretty kind of darker pink glitter iron-on I had in my scrap bin, and it was just big enough for the size I needed. So I'm going to go ahead and use that for this. Colors like this tend to sit in my scrap bin for quite some time. So if I find a little project that I can use a piece of scrap for, I will use it just honestly to get it out of my scrap bin sometimes. And at this point, my daughter just expects pretty much everything to have her name on it. So mommy will add her name. Okay, and I'm gonna set that to the side for just a second because my last craft for tonight is probably the sweetest craft I've done on my channel to date. So I found this little pillow at Target. It was $5 and it just says Tooth Fairy Pillow. And you guys, look how sweet this is. So it's to hang on the door and it just has the sweetest little tooth and it's like a little pocket. And then on the back here is just blank. Now, my daughter will be turning 5, and I believe that we will be soon, not yet, but soon, preparing for the Tooth Fairy to maybe join us. So I just wanted to kind of start preparing some things just in case she has to make a stop. I don't want to be caught off guard, right? So, with that being said, when I found this little pillow at Target for $5, I just thought it was the sweetest idea. And I just think that the little pocket on the front is so sweet. You know, she can put her little note to the tooth fairy with her tooth, and the tooth fairy maybe can leave a little note and whatever she gets for the tooth. So, with that being said, in the sweetest little gold iron on, I am just going to add her name. So, you guys did see me go ahead and lint roll that. I'm also going to go ahead and bring in my Easy Press Mini. Now, I have this set to low, which is the first wavy line. And I'm just going to simply move this back and forth. This is a super simple, delicate little font here. So I don't think it's going to take very much. But as always, I just want to monitor what's in front of me. I am going to give that just a little bit of pressure. Now, when I saw this pillow, I was so excited to add her name. I knew I was going to do that. But I also thought it would be really sweet on the back to, in that same gold iron-on, like, have the Cricut cut out the dates that she loses her teeth, and then I could just iron them on the back of this as we do that, and that would be a nice way to kind of remember the dates in which she lost her teeth. Okay, guys, and this is how my little pillow came out. It is so, so cute. I absolutely love it. It was absolutely worth the couple of minutes to add it. I think that this just takes this $5 little pillow to the next level. I also think this could be a really, really nice gift. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and check on our blanket. And there we go. It looks great. All right, guys, that's all I have time for tonight. I want to thank you so, so much for watching tonight's video. If you are inspired by anything on my desk, I ask that you please subscribe. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. I hope that everyone has a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.